This is an updated version of our popular Which Trade Jobs Will Make the Most Money in 2023 video. While some of you felt that the average salaries listed were too high, most of you felt they were too low. So we've created this new video with updated salaries as well as additional trades, which some of you contributed to in the comments section. Now, a quick note about salaries. As you saw in the previous version of the video, we like to show the viewers the average salaries backed by data whenever we mention any sort of trade or construction job. Does this mean you can make more money with these jobs? Of course. We're not saying that you can't make a lot more money with each particular trade. We would just rather not list the max salary you could potentially get for each, because then people would complain we're being unrealistic and inflating the numbers. When we did additional research for this updated video, we found that our original averages were not far off, and in some cases, haven't changed since we created the original. And that being said, this video will list both average salaries, which have been updated, as well as the salaries for the most experienced workers who've been working in the trade for many years. Well, that's that. Now let's get ready, because we're about to show you the trades that make the most money, how you can get started, as well as the pros and cons for each. Before we begin, we want to quickly thank our sponsor, HeavyApe.com. If you want to learn more about winning more construction projects or how to create a construction business that generates millions per year, visit HeavyApe.com. What is a trade job? Before we get into these highest paying trade jobs, let's really quickly go over what exactly trade is. Typically found in the construction, manufacturing, and repair industries, a trade is a skilled job that requires manual skill and special training. Examples would include carpenters, electricians, mechanics, and plumbers. Although trades don't usually require a formal college education, trade jobs will often require the completion of an apprenticeship or another type of training before you're able to be certified and work independently. But why do trades pay so well? Because they're generally considered less prestigious than jobs that require a college degree, and also because they generally require hard work, something you know that's pretty hard to come by these days. First, let's talk about unions. Union memberships are not required for trade jobs, but they're common in many industries, particularly in construction and manufacturing. So why would you consider joining a union? Well, here's some of the benefits of union membership. Collective bargaining power. Unions can negotiate with employers on behalf of the members to get better wages, benefits, and working conditions. Job security. Union contracts often include provisions for job security, which can be particularly important in industries with a high degree of job turnover or instability. Training and development opportunity. Unions may offer training and development programs to help members improve their skills and advance in their career. Are there downsides to joining a union? You might want to consider dues and fees. Union members typically pay dues and fees to support the union's activities and programs. Of course, some might not consider that a downside. They may be proud to pay their union dues. Restrictions on individual bargaining. Union contracts may limit an individual's ability to negotiate their own wages or working conditions. And limited job flexibility. A union contract may limit an individual's ability to take on certain jobs or work on certain projects. Now, joining a union is generally a personal decision, so it's best to do your due diligence and discover what option works best for you. Tell us about your thoughts and experiences with unions, and let us know in the comments section below. I'm sure you will. What are the highest paying trade jobs? Now, please keep in mind the salaries we've listed are averages. You'll find each trade job is unique in its own way with its own set of requirements. That being said, let's jump right in. Iron workers. The average salary is $60,950, with experienced workers earning over $99,000 a year. An iron worker is responsible for installing, reinforcing, and maintaining structural steel components used in the construction of buildings, bridges, and other structures. To become an iron worker, individuals typically need to complete an apprenticeship program, which could take 3 to 4 years to complete. Apprenticeships typically involve a combination of classroom instruction and on-the-job training. That's where apprentices learn the skills and knowledge necessary to work as a journey-level iron worker. Some apprenticeship programs may require a high school diploma or equivalent, and applicants may need to meet certain physical requirements such as being able to lift heavy materials and work with heights. Ironworking offers solid pay and job security, but it should be noted that iron workers should be expected to not only work in extreme weather conditions, but put themselves at potential risk as well, working at dangerous heights. Truck driver. The average salary is $57,130, with experienced workers earning well over $86,000 a year. A truck driver is a professional driver who operates a large commercial truck to transport goods across long distances. To become a truck driver, one needs to obtain a commercial driver's license, or CDL, by completing a training program and passing a series of written and driving tests. CDL training programs can be found at vocational schools and community colleges and typically take a few weeks to a few months to complete. Actually, we've got an excellent podcast episode where we interviewed Brad Ball, the owner of Roadmaster Driver School. We'll put a link to that episode right down there in the description. Truck driving offers great job security as well as independence. Instead of sitting in a cubicle next to dozens of others, you're driving around the country listening to music. This is the most appealing part of the job for most truckers out there. Well, that being said, though, the hours are long, and for those of you with families, you'll likely be missing them when you're out on the road. Telephone cable splicers. The average salary, $76,780, with experienced workers earning over $117,000 per year. A telephone cable splicer is responsible for installing, repairing, and maintaining telephone and communication cables. To become a telephone cable splicer, one must complete an apprenticeship program or vocational training that combines classroom instruction and on-the-job training. Working as a telephone cable splicer offers job security and opportunity for growth, but be ready for potentially dangerous work with electricity at high heights. A painter. The average salary, $50,610, with experienced workers earning over $83,000 per year. A painter obviously applies paint or other finishes to surfaces like walls, ceilings, and furniture, and can typically obtain the necessary training through a combination of vocational education and on-the-job training, which might include an apprenticeship program. Although painting can be physically demanding as well as competitive, there's a lot of painters out there. Painting offers a wide range of benefits, including low startup cost, independence, solid pay, and plenty of room for growth, considering you can pretty much take on as many clients as you can handle. Aircraft mechanic and service technician. The average salary is $76,680, with experienced workers earning over $117,000 per year. An aircraft mechanic and service technician is responsible for inspecting, repairing, and maintaining aircraft and their components. To become an aircraft mechanic and service tech, one typically needs to complete an FAA-approved training program or apprenticeship, which includes both classroom instruction and hands-on learning. Although working as an aircraft mechanic may entail some long, stressful hours, the pay is generally pretty solid and there's room to grow in the trade as well. A power plant operator. Average salary, $95,950, with experienced workers earning over $133,000 a year. Power plant operators are responsible for the safe and efficient operation of power generation facilities. They work closely with other plant personnel to ensure that the facility is running smoothly and all safety procedures are being followed. Power plant operators typically have a high school diploma or equivalent, and many states require them to hold a valid driver's license. Many operators also receive on-the-job training from experienced personnel. The job can be physically demanding, and operators must be able to work long hours, often in shifts. However, power plant operators typically earn high wages and enjoy excellent benefits. Job prospects in this field are expected to be good, particularly areas with a growing population or an increasing demand for electricity. Elevator mechanic. The average salary is $94,990, with experienced workers earning over $140,000 per year. Elevator mechanics are responsible for installing, repairing, and maintaining elevators and other vertical transportation systems. They often work in close collaboration with other tradespeople like electricians and carpenters. To become an elevator mechanic, you typically complete an apprenticeship program for 2 to 4 years, and once you've completed your apprenticeship, you can expect to earn a competitive salary and enjoy really good job security. However, it's important to note that elevator mechanics often work in cramped, dirty, dangerous conditions. But if you're not afraid of heights and you're willing to put in the hard work, becoming an elevator mechanic could be a great career choice for you. Electrical lineman. The average salary is $87,070, with experienced workers earning over $120,000 per year. Electricity is essential to modern life. Electrical linemen are the workers who keep the power flowing. As an electrical lineman, you're responsible for installing and maintaining power lines. That would involve anything from putting up new lines to repairing damaged ones. It is a physically demanding job, but it can be very rewarding. Electrical linemen typically earn good salary and benefits, and there's always a demand for those skills. If you're interested in becoming an electrical lineman, the best way to get started is complete an apprenticeship program. These programs combine on-the-job training with classroom instruction and typically last about 4 years. Construction manager. The average salary, $107,180, with experienced workers earning over $178,000 per year. A construction manager is responsible for the coordination and overseeing of construction projects. They're in charge of budgeting, scheduling, and quality control. A construction manager typically has a 4-year degree in engineering, architecture, or construction science. Construction managers typically work full-time, usually more than 40 hours per week, to oversee deadlines and coordinate workers, materials, and equipment. Some projects may require working nights and weekends, and travel is often required to visit project sites. Construction managers have to be able to handle stress and manage multiple tasks simultaneously. They also must have excellent communication skill to interact with clients, architects, engineers, and construction workers. The pros of being a construction manager include high pay, opportunity for career advancement, and the ability to see the fruits of your labor. The cons include long hours, stress, and the possibility of injury. A millwright. Average salary $66,160, and experienced workers earn over $101,000 per year. A millwright is a trained tradesman who installs, maintains, and repairs industrial machinery and equipment. Millwrights typically work in factories, power plants, and other industrial settings. Although many millwrights are employed full-time, some work on a contract basis. Becoming a millwright typically requires completing an apprenticeship program, which takes 4 to 5 years to complete. Apprenticeships combine on-the-job training with classroom instruction, and topics covered would be blueprint reading, welding, and mathematics. Some millwrights also complete voluntary certification programs offered by organizations like the National Institute for Certification in Engineering Technologies, or NICET. Most millwrights work full-time, and overtime hours are common. Because millwrights often work in factories and other industrial settings, the work can be noisy and dirty. In addition, because they regularly work with heavy machinery and tools, there is a risk of injury. Like what you're seeing so far, we'd really appreciate it if you'd like the video and subscribe and turn that notification bell on. That way you're notified every time we release a new video. Boilermaker. The average salary $74,880 and experienced workers earning over $120,000 per year. Boilermakers build, install, repair, and maintain boilers and tanks and pressure vessels. They also fabricate and erect steel structures, operate welding equipment, and cut and shape metal plates and pipes. The job requires both physical strength and stamina, as well as precision and attention to detail. Many Boilermakers are also members of a union, which provides them with additional job security and benefits. The best way to become a Boilermaker is to complete an apprenticeship program sponsored by a local union. These programs typically last 4 years and include both classroom instruction and on-the-job training. Heavy Equipment Operator. The average salary is $69,550, with experienced workers earning over $95,000 per year. Heavy equipment operators are responsible for operating a variety of large, powerful machines. Common examples are bulldozers, excavators, and cranes. While the specific duties of a heavy equipment operator vary depending on the type of machine being operated, they typically involve operating the controls to move the machine, performing maintenance and repairs, and inspecting the machine for safety issues. Most heavy equipment operators learn on the job, although there are some vocational programs that offer training. Many employers prefer to hire candidates who have some experience operating heavy machinery. Operators who have experience with multiple types of equipment are often in high demand. Working as a heavy equipment operator can be very physically demanding. Operators must be able to lift heavy objects, climb on and off equipment, and work in all weather conditions. They also need to be comfortable with heights, as some machines require operators to work at great heights. The hours can be long and irregular, as heavy equipment operators often work extended shifts or are on call. Despite the challenges, working as a heavy equipment operator can be very rewarding. Operators often earn high wages and the job outlook is positive. Heavy equipment operators who are willing to relocate or travel can find many opportunities in industries like construction, mining, and logging. Pipe fitter. The average salary is $65,160, with experienced workers earning over $105,000 per year. A pipe fitter is a trade person who installs, repairs, and maintains piping systems. Pipe fitters typically work in the energy industry or in manufacturing plants, but they may also be employed in construction or plumbing industries. In order to become a pipe fitter, most people complete an apprenticeship program that combines on-the-job training with classroom instruction. Pipe fitters typically earn an hourly wage, and with those with more experience or who work in unionized jobs will earn higher wages. The work can be physically demanding, and pipe fitters often work in challenging environments, such as on offshore oil rigs or power plants. However, those who are willing to put in the hard work, they can get great job satisfaction and earn good income as a pipe fitter. Welder. The average salary is $74,190, with experienced workers earning over $106,000 per year. Welding is a trade job that involves joining two pieces of metal together using heat and pressure. Welders can work in a variety of settings, including factories, construction sites, and vehicle repair shops. Depending on their experience and training, welders can specialize in different types of welding, like gas welding, arc welding, or TIG welding. To become a welder, you'll need to complete an apprenticeship or vocational training program. During your apprenticeship, you'll learn the basics of welding, including safety procedures and how to operate different types of welding equipment. Once you've completed your training, you'll be able to take the certification exam and become a certified welder. The salary for welders can vary depending on experience and location. However, welders typically earn a higher wage than other trade jobs. In addition, welders often receive benefits like health insurance and retirement plans. There are some drawbacks to being a welder. For example, welders often work long hours in difficult conditions. Additionally, welding can be dangerous if proper safety precautions aren't followed. However, for those who are interested in the trade, welding can be a very rewarding career with excellent job security. Tile setting. Average salary $64,190, with experienced workers earning over $83,000 a year. A tile setter is a trade job that involves laying ceramic, porcelain, or natural stone tile in a variety of settings, which could be floors, walls, showers, even countertops. Tile setters must have a steady hand and an eye for detail, as even the slightest imperfection can be easily noticeable once the tiles are in place. While tile setting can be physically demanding, it's also a highly skilled trade. It requires creativity and precision. Tile setters typically start out as apprentices, working under the supervision of more experienced tile setters. With training and experience, they can eventually become journeyman tile setters and eventually master tile setters. Tile setting is a physically demanding job that requires precision and attention to detail. However, it's also a highly skilled trade that offers creative opportunities. We want to take a brief moment and let you know that Heavy Ape is giving away a free Quick Start Kit for launching your very own construction business. It's linked in the description below. Now back to the video. A mason. The average salary is $70,950, with experienced workers earning over $100,000 per year. Masons are responsible for laying brick, stone, and other materials to create both functional and beautiful structures. Masonry is both an art and a science, requiring a deep understanding of how to work with different materials and how to achieve the desired results. A successful mason must be able to visualize the final product and have the skills to execute the plan. There's no one-size-fits-all path to becoming a mason. Some masons learn their trade through on-the-job training, while others attend formal apprenticeship programs. Regardless of how you learn the trade, it's important to get as much experience as possible. The more exposure you have to different techniques and materials, the better prepared you'll be for a successful career in masonry. Masons can expect to earn a very competitive salary. In addition, masonry is an incredibly rewarding career, offering the opportunity to create beautiful and lasting structures that'll be enjoyed by generations to come. Of course, like any job, there's also some challenges associated with masonry. One of the biggest challenges is working with heavy materials. Masons also need to be comfortable working at heights. Construction inspector. The average salary is $82,860, with experienced workers earning over $119,000 per year. Construction inspectors are responsible for ensuring that construction projects meet all safety and building codes. They might work on residential, commercial, or industrial construction projects. To become a construction inspector, one must usually have at least a high school diploma. Some inspectors may also have an associate's degree or a certification in construction technology. Many inspectors begin their careers as entry-level employees, such as assistant inspectors or administrative staff. With experience, they may advance to senior inspector positions. Construction inspectors typically work regular business hours. However, they may occasionally need to work overtime to meet a deadline or attend an evening meeting. Some jobs may require travel. The most common benefits of working as a construction inspector include job stability and good pay. However, the job can be stressful, and inspectors may need to work in inclement weather. Electrician. Average salary $79,190, with experienced workers earning over $114,000 per year. Electricians are responsible for installing, repairing, and maintaining electrical systems. There's a great demand for electricians, and the job outlook for this career is very positive. Electricians typically complete an apprenticeship program before becoming licensed to work independently. Apprenticeship programs usually last 4 years, and during this time, electricians learn the skills they need to perform the job safely and effectively. Electricians have to be willing to work long hours, as many jobs require overtime. Electricians also need to be physically fit, because this job can be quite physically demanding. Before we get to the final part of the video, we want to once again thank our sponsor, Heavy Ape. Right now, they're offering a free kit for bidding on construction projects like a pro. You want to win more jobs? Then check out the link in the description below. Let's get back to the video. Landscape designer. The average salary is $79,360, with experienced workers earning over $120,000 per year. Many people want to beautify their outdoor living space, but they don't have the time or knowledge to do it themselves. As a result, they hire landscape designers to create and maintain an attractive lawn and garden. Landscape designers typically have a background in horticulture, architecture, or civil engineering. They use that knowledge to design outdoor spaces that are both functional and aesthetically pleasing. You can become a landscape designer without a formal education, but you may enjoy better job prospects if you complete an accredited landscape design program. A plumber. The average salary is $70,160, with experienced workers earning over $103,000 per year. Plumbers are responsible for installing and repairing piping systems that carry water, waste, gases, and other fluids. They work in a variety of settings, including residential, commercial, and industrial. While most plumbers complete an apprenticeship, some start their career with a certificate or an associate degree from a trade school. Plumbers typically work full-time, but they may work overtime to meet deadlines or respond to emergencies. This job can be physically demanding, but it also offers a chance to work independently and take on challenging projects. HVAC Tech. The average salary $71,420, with experienced workers earning over $100,000 per year. HVAC technicians are responsible for installing, repairing, and maintaining heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. With the ever-increasing demand for energy-efficient homes and businesses, HVAC techs are in high demand. Many training programs can be completed in as little as 6 months, making it an ideal career choice for many people. Although the job can be physically demanding, it's also well paid. Most technicians are able to find steady work, even during economic downturns. And with that said, there's also some downsides to the job. You're going to have to work some long hours, including evenings and weekends, and in addition, the work can be dirty and dusty, and technicians have to crawl into small spaces. Cable technician. Average salary $60,500, with experienced workers earning over $93,000 a year. Cable technicians are responsible for installing and maintaining cable television and broadband internet systems. They typically work for a cable company or telecommunication provider. Cable techs must have a strong knowledge of electrical systems and be able to safely work with power tools and equipment. Most cable technicians start their career by completing a vocational training program or an apprenticeship. Some may also have previous experience working with electrical or construction trades. Once they completed their training, cable technicians can expect to get a competitive salary and benefits package. However, the job can be physically demanding. Workers may have to work long hours, including nights and weekends. Solar energy system installer. The average salary is $67,290, with experienced workers earning over $85,000 per year. Solar energy system installers are responsible for the installation of solar panels and related equipment. They work with both residential and commercial customers to ensure that solar panels are installed correctly and the customer is satisfied with the result. These workers typically have a high school diploma or equivalent, although some jobs may require previous experience in the electrical or construction fields. Many trade schools offer training programs specifically for solar energy system installers. Solar energy system installers must be comfortable working on rooftops and in other high places. They also have to be able to lift heavy equipment and understand complex electrical diagrams. Well, that's all we have for now, and be sure and subscribe so you'll be notified whenever we release a new video guide.